Hello my dudes, finally we're back with part 2 of the closet clean out that I promised you maybe 2 months ago. I had, honest to God, over 3 hours of footage. I literally went through every piece of clothing I own. It took me some time. So we're back. This is a long ass video. Hope that you can just turn it on and proceed with your day, whatever you're doing, and I hope you enjoy. By the way, look at me wearing press-on nails. I feel so uncomfortable. These are way too long for me. I was trying to get my lens cover off my camera just now and it was such a struggle. This went flying. I'll get used to them, but until then, I'm gonna be obnoxiously showing them off. Oh my God, I'm so different. There's something different about me. I feel different. Anyway, enjoy. This is an extremely wrinkly shirt. I think this was from my Macy's backstage phase, which, if you're unfamiliar, it's almost like a TJ Maxx. It's like a TJ Maxx for Macy's. All their leftover shit. So I'd go there because there were pretty good deals, but then I kept buying things that I didn't really like. I was probably just buying them because they were slightly less expensive than new, but it's so bad when you convince yourself to buy things that you don't really like and you don't really need, but you're like, it's only $9. And it's not fast fashion. It's still a problem. Speaking of, this is a Forever 21, just very plain circle skirt. Is that what these are called? It's cute as far as a very basic item goes. Have not worn a skirt like that in a long time. Oh no, we have some old jeans. Uh-oh, should we try these on? In a moment. Also some shorts. We've got bathing suits, which seem almost foreign to me. I'm like, I remember when I used to live in California and I wore bathing suits once in a while, but no use for them now. This was my camp bathing suit that I bought the first year that I was a counselor because you have to have a one piece, and I bought this one. I think I tried to wear it this summer and it was way too tight. Let's see if I can sell it. I do like the print and I do like the shape of it as a one piece. I've got this old skirt, which I definitely have owned since probably, oh my God, 2013, 2014-ish. It's from Rue 21. I used to go shopping there when we would go to my grandma's for Christmas. We would just have a Christmas little shopping spree. And I actually still like this skirt. I think it's a little bit too light and clingy though, for what I like to wear. I like to wear things that are a little looser these days. Oh, I just keep missing. I haven't made it in the actual basket in a long time. More bathing suits. These are old Victoria's Secret little scrunchy butt. This is probably from 2014. It's floral and then little polka dot around the edges, which is totally clashing. But if I need a more conservative covered up butt, these have been a go-to. Therefore, should I keep them? I truly feel like I have no use for bathing suits anymore, or maybe I just need to buy one good suit that works for all occasions, and then that's it. It's a little teeny tiny Boutine LA top. If you've ever seen their Instagram, they're a popular brand. It's white and is always very nipply, but for some reason I've kept it over the years, and it's definitely too small for my boobs, but I've still kept it. Interesting. I don't know what to do about these. Wow, these are a throwback. I think I got these in maybe 2015-ish. These are a Free People pair of corduroy, kind of high-waisted, maybe mid-rise, bell bottoms, baby. Wow, corduroy bell bottoms, are you kidding me? No wonder I bought them. I must have bought them of course, secondhand somewhere, but I saw Free People and I thought, oh my God, that's expensive, I want them. And also it's my favorite type of pant. Corduroy, bell bottoms, oh my God. But I think even when I first bought them, they were a little too small for me, so maybe we'll try those on for shits and gigs, dare I say. Okay, here's the fun part. Let's try on these pants. It's probably not gonna be fun, but we'll see. Just trying on pants in general, not very fun. Even if they are actually your size, but especially when they're not really your size anymore, it's just it's not that good of a time. Hello, just wanted to take a quick break and give a little shout out to my bed. A couple months ago, I did a sponsorship for Helix mattresses. And now that it's been a few months of us sleeping on this every night, wanted to update you guys and let you know how it's been. In short, wonderful, perfect. What do you expect from a new mattress? You want it to be comfortable. You want it to be soft. You want it to give you restful sleep. And that is what I have experienced. You guys can check them out in the description. Thank you, Helix. All right, back to the video. All right, let's try these Free People pants. Let's see how this goes. They're also probably way too long for me because I'm a shorty. Okay, actually, with this top, kind of cute. I'm gonna end up keeping these. Wow, hold on a second. Oh, okay, they fit decently, not terribly. I'm shocked. I have to stand on my tippy toes for you to see this. If I were wearing some big shoes, which I would need to, or if I were to hem these pants, they could fit. I'm so surprised that they fit. Wow, suddenly everything's changed. It goes really well with this top too. I like obviously the brown and the kind of funky 70s color scheme works with these pants, so I've gotta say, the butt looks cute. Uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, I almost wanna show Nathan. Hey, look at my butt. Nathan? No, he's not right out there. He's in the living room. What a shock. What am I gonna do with these pants? When am I gonna wear them? I don't know, but they deserve another chance, don't they? Okay, another pair. This is kind of an awkward shirt to be trying pants on with because it's not like particularly flattering. So these pants are so weird. I used to buy just weird jeans. Does that make sense? Where was I buying these? These have these like 3-4 inch weird little tiny pockets, which like, okay. And it's like a bit of a mid-rise. I can't really call it a high-rise because it's right beneath my belly button. I mean, maybe on camera they look okay. They like fit. The pockets are kind of weirdly small, but they're like a weird shape and I feel like they remind me of whatever times when I wore these. And I don't know. I think these are like a little too jeggings-y. I think that's my problem, is like, yeah, these are like jeggings. And that's not usually the vibe that I'm going for these days. So these pants must be going. I do appreciate their buttons. I like a button-up jean, but these have like a tiny little zipper that's like 1 inch long, and then also buttons. I'm like, pick one, come on. I feel like these are from Fashion Nova or something, and I have not purchased from them in a long time, so I don't know. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of these bad boys. Next, we have shorts. My legs truly have not seen the sun in 6 months now. Okay, these are always weird fitting. Like, okay. I mean, they're not that weird, they're a little weird. Yeah, see, I'm like, fine. They fit decently around the waist. My problem is always like, my waist is slightly bigger in proportion to how pants and stuff tend to be made. So like, if it fits my waist, it's too loose on the legs, or if it fits my legs, it tends to be a little too tight on the waist, which makes it tough to find things that fit the way I want them to. See, like, okay, the butt looks kind of cute in these shorts, okay. But then like the front's just like, that's not that cute. I like a baggy short, but this is like, are you tight or are you baggy? Make a decision. These are a no, definitely. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I think I bought these a couple of years ago for camp. Everything's for camp. These might be Brandy shorts. No wonder they don't have a tag or a size or anything, but they're weird. They fit so weirdly. Anyway, these shorts, I think I bought summer of 2017, yes. Does anyone else like remember when you bought fucking everything you own? These are from H&M, I believe. And they're interesting. You know when you can like see how faded something has been? Like you're like, oh, it used to be that black and now it's like this washed out gray black. That's every pair of black jeans that I've ever owned. Okay, shorts. These are like a very tight fitting, like not denim-y, like they're like a flexible kind of short. And why is one side rolled and the other's not? I don't know. I think they're supposed to be a little higher on the leg, but that's a little too short for me. Like I used to obviously love short shorts when I was in like middle school and maybe even high school, but I feel like after that I was like, I don't want to wear short shorts ever again. No thank you. Unless I have to, in which case is pretty much camp. They're decent enough, but again, I feel uncomfortable like wearing short shorts. I just had a flashback of middle school, like measuring if it was dress code appropriate. It had to be as long as your fingertips. and these would get me sent to wherever they did dress code violations. They would make us wear our PE shorts. So I guess I can keep these. They do fit at the least, and they don't show my butt cheeks. These American Eagle super stretch times 4, no, to the 4th. High-rise jeggings. Again, my jeggings moment. I think I bought these in 2018 when I was working at Starbucks. I had to like revamp my wardrobe when I got hired at Starbucks because I realized I didn't have any, hold on. Ooh, they're very tight because they're jeggings. I didn't have any like shirts that were regular sleeves and not crop tops. So I had to buy like regular length plain shirts that I could tuck into pants or whatever. And I had to buy, I think just plain black pants or whatever fits Starbucks dress code. So I think I bought these jeggings then. And actually they are very comfortable, my God. Even though they're jeggings, like they are comfy and they hug you in a way and they hold you. So it's like, they are comfortable, especially when you first put them on. And again, it's kind of a almost high rise. They're called high rise, but they just barely hit below my belly button right now. I could yank them up, but I don't want to. They like look okay when you first put them on, but they're so tight on like the leg, obviously, because they're jeggings. One time I was with my friend Claire and I was like, wait, we have the same pants. I was drunk, obviously. I wouldn't just do that. And I was like, show me the label. And we were like, high-rise jeggings. And that was a moment, so. I mean, they look nice. Should I keep them? Would I wear these? Should I put them back in the rotation? They're kind of not terrible. Like if I have to wear jeans, but it's a little more comfy. They're also probably the blackest jeans I have. Hey, we're back with more closet clean out. There's always more closet. This is Nathan's closet, but I've taken over a good portion of it because I have some things in here. Every time I rediscover this little set of drawers, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. This is gonna be like my worst things that I own, but for some reason I've kept them. Speaking of another one that no one in the world would want. This is a tank top of me. It says, what would T-Ferg do? I surprisingly did not make this. My friend Gabe made it. I guess now it's, you know, my responsibility to keep it forever. I've got an old merch shirt of mine. Junk food vegan. I like this design as like an illustration, but I think as a t-shirt, it does not make sense, especially because like this isn't meant to be me. It's just a girl with brown hair eating a vegan burger. I should have probably just left it at like junk food vegan with a burger and not put a person on it. But anyway, we'll keep the shirt for forever. This is a t-shirt that says, well, it's about the separation of church and state. Got sent to me in like 2015 by some company. We've got another merch shirt of mine from that same launch. This is my Earth Tones Only top, which I do like this design. It's a little hard to read the text, but Earth Tones Only is my vibe. One more merch design. Hello, my dudes. I think this is my favorite. I think we got a screaming baby. The fingers got a little discolored on this one, but I really like that design, and I think, again, that would be a cute sticker. I should bring this shirt back. I should wear it. This, I think I printed in my sister's screen printing class in high school, so I might have been like a sophomore. It's a tank top that says, "It's for the internet." This shirt is signed by Tyler Oakley. Lovely. Met him at VidCon one year. And on the back is this old collage that I made. Tiffany the Prez. Wow, really throws you back. Even the old school YouTube with the old subscribe button, this is ancient. This should be in a museum, just for myself, and Tyler Oakley's signature. That was like peak Tyler Oakley. Hello. Some of these are like workout tops that are like kind of gross and old and not great, like this one. Like, why do I have this pretty shitty white tank top? And then other ones are like personalized t-shirts. Sometimes I've considered making one of those like t-shirt quilts, you know? But then I'm like, what do I do with the quilt then? Then I just have a quilt with a bunch of shit on it. What do you do, Nathan? Is this mine? This Pokemon? Nathan's got the cool shit in here. Hello. Old Game Boy Color with Pokemon and Super Mario Bros. Does this work?
Yeah.
Oh
How long's it feeling? I don't know where to go get a bottle of red wine or not.
Ooh, he's headed for pickup. If you'd like wine throughout this weekend, I don't feel like walking anywhere because I don't feel very good right now, but Is this a selfie stick? Walk safe. Walk safe. I have another Loyola tank top. I did go to Loyola, New Orleans for 3 semesters. These little dance shorts that I've owned for probably 15 years that I've always used as like undershorts, under dresses. And for some reason I'm like, I want to keep this. Do you have those old faithful items where you're like, this is worth nothing, but I've owned it for decades and therefore it must stay in my possession? Wow. Got some old running shorts, perhaps from the time that I was in cross country in high school, like the one time. Similarly, running shorts. I feel like I like to hang on to these just to be like, yeah, I'll get back into running someday. Totally. These are some comfy pants stained with bleach because they're from my sister. And I feel like these are very comfortable, but also, why keep them? Not justified. These little shorts. On this episode of These Little Shorts, bears on the back. Why do I have these? When did I get these? Many years ago, evidently. When I made my leggings and yoga pants video, I looked for all my leggings and yoga pants and I thought that I got rid of these bad boys, but I still have them. My pair of, you know, thick waistband, freaking boot cut or flared yoga pants, baby. Wow, gotta keep those for posterity. Is that it? How could it be that I have more t-shirts? Tired of it. The Chipotle's here. More OG merch. This is like, I must have made this when I was a senior in high school. Okay, thanks, bye, with the little peace sign. This was screen printed by me. I like this design still. And I like, I guess I did like a funky purpley white color. I don't know if you can see that. So that's good merch. And I liked that like I literally did this myself. That was my merch. Though, obviously if you're selling a lot more merch than I was, it's not really possible to probably screen print everything yourself, but still. Another Loyola shirt, TBT. I don't know if I should like sell these or keep them. It's like, okay, that was part of my college experience, but also like, what am I keeping it for? To like show my children someday so they can have some like vintage, like tight white Loyola New Orleans shirt. Like it's not as like cool and funky and like high quality as like, I don't know, like a vintage sweatshirt or something. So like, why am I keeping it? Not gonna show you the front, but this is a dry fit top from my cross country team. I told you I did cross country. This is proof. High school. I ran a little bit, mostly jogged, definitely at the back of the pack. This reminds me of literally my freshman year in college, so I should probably get rid of it. But good times, and it's a good shirt, you know, where you just have too many memories and you're like, if I wear that, I will feel 20 years old again, which depending on how old you are, you might want to. I have an It's Miller Time top because I got a PR box from Miller Lite once, which was honestly really appreciated. I got a bunch of beer and some Miller Lite merch, which again, as we've talked about, I don't really love the merch for companies when I didn't ask for it, but you know, some people might want to rock a Miller Lite top. Another little Brandy Melville thing. This must make me look like I was like the biggest Brandy fan, which I kind of was. I liked a lot of their basics, did not like their one size fits bullshit, but I liked some of their tops, you know, whichever ones I could fit into. They were kind of cute. And then, you know, my sister would shop there a lot, so I'd get some clothes from her, or like my friends would shop there and we'd trade. Polo. I think I stole this shirt from Nathan, and it was like one of our early relationship things where I stole his clothing, so gotta keep that. We've got this like loose stripy top. It's almost like a terry cloth kind of thing. I think I thrifted it. I like it, but it's not my vibe anymore. This was another Zara rescuing from the clearance bin purchase. This like very oversized burgers on boobs top, which honestly a good purchase, but not what I am trying to wear these days. Though it's iconic, it would be a good sleep shirt, but I have enough sleep shirts. So that can't be my reasoning. This I took from my sister. Don't quit your daydream. A little play on words there. I like the colors. I like the little desert imagery, that being literally just a cactus. Tell me you were born in Arizona without saying you were born in Arizona. Then we've got this bodysuit, which actually is very cute, very comfy. Maybe I should try it on. I think I took it from my sister recently. When I say recently, that's like within the last like 3 or 4 years. To me, it feels recent, but then I remember like even just the last year, like nothing has occurred other than everything. Do you know what I mean? And last but not least, this funky thrifted thing. It's a purple, sweatery, sleeveless turtleneck. I mean, how many key words can you put in that I absolutely love? I wore this a lot for like a while. Maybe I'll try it again, but I don't think I need it. All right, I think that's it for this dusty little thing in Nathan's closet. Hello, my dudes. We're back with more closet clean out. I am here in my office corner because we've actually disassembled our dresser, and now I have my last 2 drawers other than, you know, bras, socks, underwear. Those are all not going to be shown in this video. But let's start with our shirts. So these are kind of the shirts that I go for the most, but also not, because I haven't organized this in a while. This is a rugby shirt that was a gift from Nathan. He got it for me the last time he was in Dublin, I believe. I have not worn it very much, but I would like to. I am a fan of the rugby polo.
Definitely from Dublin.
Yeah.
It's got the Celtics and the Guinness logo.
I have to decide what to do with this. How can I wear this? Can you wear it? Does it fit you? I will be keeping it. It was a gift. Thank you. The famous mock neck shirt. This is from my You're Not Relatable Anymore video, I believe. And I tried it in a Newly box at some point, and people liked it so much, and I liked it so much that I found it on Macy's and I bought it. So I'm keeping it. Here's a little crop top. It's definitely a deeper neckline than I would usually wear, but this was from Aritzia and I bought it this year, or in the last year, so I'm keeping it. Here's a top that I got from ThreadUp. It's a Madewell top, but to be honest, I don't like it that much. So maybe we shall be rid of it. Oh my God, if I have to do any more laundry, I'm going to lose my mind. Because obviously you want to wash things before you sell them or donate them, but I've done so much laundry in the past few weeks because of this. A little crop top, an old classic. I guess I will keep her for another summer. I can't really judge my summer items at this point because I'm like, ugh, I can't wear a tank top anytime soon. Yes, hell yes. My official Postal Service Express Mail t-shirt. I bought it to support the Postal Service, obviously. Big fan of the post office, baby. We're keeping. We've got a little tank top crop thing. This is from Urban Outfitters. I've had it for a few years. This is one of the most comfy things to wear just around the house, or I wear it as like a layering top. Here's a little, I guess, a sleep dress. Could be considered a slip, but it's from Adore Me, which is a lingerie site. I had this for the last few years, and to be honest though, I don't really need it because I have some other sleep dresses. Maybe I shall move on. It's weird because some of these things are like my old, like my go-tos, but I also kind of hate them. Do you know what I mean? Like this. This is I think it's a Lululemon top that I got like from my sister, but I think she got it secondhand, and it's like shorter in the back. This is so hard to see because it's like sticking together. And it has these little thumb holes, and I do wear it, but I kind of hate it. Let's get rid of it. Feels so freeing. I'm just like, actually, fuck you. Goodbye. This is a sleep dress, not from Adore Me, not very sexy. It says, I get so many likes, and my parents gave me this for Christmas in 2019, so I will keep it. It actually is very comfy. I have worn it to sleep many times. Then we've got this. I got this at a thrift store in LA a couple years ago. It says, I hate fancy dress parties, and that's a British term for like costume parties, like dress up parties. And I do love this shirt, so I will keep. Why do I have this? Oh, it's Nathan's. Okay. This is one of Nathan's All Saints shirts, but I think it shrunk in the wash, so he gave it to me, but I haven't really worn it, so maybe we should get rid of it. It's just that easy. This navy and white striped top, which I think was from Nathan's mom. It's like a good, casual, everyday chillin' at home shirt. But do I need to keep it? Yes. For another season, it shall survive. But I think it's nearing the end of its life in my wardrobe. This is a slinky old t-shirt dress. I wore this a lot my freshman year in college, which was like 2015. But for some reason I still love it, and I still do wear it as like a sleep dress or a casual little dress around the house, so I guess we'll keep it. I realized now that I have 2 Loyola University New Orleans tank tops. Where did I even get these? I don't remember buying them. I think they gave them to me. This one's a small and the other one's a medium, so I should probably get rid of one of them. We've got this pajama top that I've worn as a regular top. I don't know why, because every time I wear it, people go, oh, you're wearing a pajama top. And I go, yep. So maybe I should get rid of it. There were times when I thought I was being funky and different, but really I was just making bad fashion choices. But that's okay, you know? Like, how am I gonna feel about this outfit when I'm editing this video? These are both from ThredUp for a sponsorship on my main channel, but also because I'm getting rid of so much of my old clothing. I needed to bring in the new era. And I'm like, oh, is my new era like this arguably pretty ugly color that I like because Earth Tones Only shirt? And then I like these pants. These are funky and I don't have any printed pants like this, so I'm cool with it, but it's definitely out of my ordinary range. Here's a tank top that I must have owned now for like 10 years, inexplicably. It's like the worst material, if you can hear it. My face, I'm like, I kind of hate it. I don't really have the right like layering tank tops, so I feel like I keep this because I'm like, I need a tank top, but I kind of hate it. I should get rid of it. I should. Every time I get rid of something, I'm like, is there ever gonna be a time where I'm like looking through my clothes and I'm like, oh, where's that thing? And if I think no, then I'm like, yeah, we can do without you then. Goodbye. This was another Aritzia purchase. It's a bodysuit, but it was almost an instant regret because it doesn't have the little snap at the bottom. So it's like a full bodysuit, and it's a really cute shape. I like the square neckline. Ooh, oh my God. There might be a way, I just realized sewing exists. There might be a way for me to like cut this and create a little snap closure. That should be pretty simple, because honestly, wearing this without a snap closure is insufferable, and I will not wear it because I have to pee and I don't want to get fully naked every time I wear a bodysuit, you know? It's reality. So I will keep it, but that has to be a sewing project for later. Thank you for the reminder. Thanks. This is an old Zara knit top. Can you see the details? Not really. I've worn this many times over the years, but I feel like it's an old era thing, and therefore I must say goodbye. Goodbye. Here's a little Brandy Melville neck top. What do you call these? Racer, back, halter. This was from my sister. Again, most of the Brandy stuff was gifted to me by my sister, and I do like it. Or wait, actually, I totally made that up. I think I bought this on ThredUp like a year or two ago because I wanted one. Keeping it. This is yet another Aritzia purchase that I somewhat regret. Why did I do this to myself? It's light pink. I thought, ooh, that's nice. Again, I need a tank top and I like the fabric. And pink's cool, right? Which pink is cool, but I also do not wear this. Why? Why have I done this? Why have I done this to myself? The thing was, I ordered those 2 dresses from Aritzia, the summer dresses. I think I'm gonna try to sell this, because to be honest, I don't think I need it, but I also haven't really given it enough of a chance. I think I'm gonna keep it, even though I know I'm not gonna wear it yet. I'll give it a little more time. Maybe she might see next summer and be used. But anyway, I bought things on Aritzia, and then I returned some things, and then I had credit, so then I had to shop again, but then I bought myself stuff that I didn't need, and now here I am. This is why shopping is so dangerous, because you get trapped in this endless cycle And then they just encourage you to buy more, and I don't need more, okay? To be honest, unless it's on ThredUp, unless I'm shopping secondhand and I need a little new funky pair of pants, in which case I might say okay. But as long as you get a good use out of it and really appreciate it, I say. Here's a top that I bought, I'm pretty sure in Barcelona when I studied abroad. I'll talk more about that because I have some pants I bought on that same trip. Studying abroad in France, we went to Barcelona for spring break, and I did not pack well. Surprise, surprise. So I had to buy some new things. And this top has been well worn over the years. It's kind of one of the tops that I hate a little bit because like, it's fine for wearing at home, but with jeans, it's like a little too short, a little too cropped, and it's like annoying. But the memories, you know, keep for now. I'm just putting it off to a later date, come on. Here's a little Christmas top from my grandma. My grandma always gets us all matching Christmas pajamas because usually we're all together at her house. This year she sent all the pajamas out to us. So Nathan and I got our new Christmas PJs for the year, and it's been comfy. I am a fan of an Old Navy thermal top, so I guess I'll keep it for next Christmas, next holiday season. It'll be here before we know it. I was like, what's this? It is a turtleneck. This is from Zara, another purchase I bought while I was studying abroad in France in 2017 because I packed so badly and had to buy so much stuff once I got there because I underpacked. Stupid. But I bought this turtleneck. I've worn it many a times. I had to cut the neck off. I don't think you can see, but it has a raw hem because it was so tight. I love turtlenecks, we know this, but it was so tight that I felt like I was gonna throw up because it was choking me constantly, so I cut it to try to see if that would help. And sometimes turtlenecks have too much fabric, so I like more of a mock neck, low turtleneck look. Anyway, it has these cute little ruffles along the bottom, if you can see, and I shall keep her for another year. Speaking of thermals from my grandma, this was another Christmas, and I've worn this many times. It does work. I'm often quite sweaty, and you can see my sweat because it's a light gray, which is why I usually don't wear that color, but thank you, Grandma. It's warm. Thank you. My heater's starting to scream. We love that, ruining my filming every day. Here's that same Urban Outfitters tank top in black. Again, I wear it pretty often, so I don't feel that guilty about supporting Urban, even though Urban sucks. Again, it was a couple years ago. Excuses, whatever. This funky top. It has a bunch of words on it, such as pina colada, bubble gum, pink flamingo, so drinks, I guess. I bought this in 2016. Some of my friends gave me a Zara gift card for my birthday, and I thought, ooh, let's get funky. And I did, I bought this. And I always feel like this is a very like French shirt. I think it's just the stripes that feel French. But should I get rid of it? I feel like it's an old era and it's not me anymore. But there are so many memes. This is a Liz Claiborne top. Where the hell did I buy this? I don't know, probably secondhand or at one of those Macy's backstage type of places. It's definitely a mom shop, like a mom shop. A mom top shirt. Every time I wear it, I feel like I am picking the kids up from soccer. That being said, it's comfortable, but I don't like it. So stop wearing it. This is just making me realize how much stuff I've kept over the years that I did not enjoy. And shopping regret is one of the worst feelings ever. Here's a big boxy navy tee. Boxy tee. Where the hell is this from? I don't know. Every time I wear it, I don't like it. So bad memories, get rid of it. Au revoir, baby. Another top that makes me feel 20 years older than I am. This is from The Gap, I believe, yes. Did I buy this in France too? What was I doing? So many regrets. I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't really like this length of sleeve, and also I just don't like the cut of all of it, and it doesn't make me feel great, so goodbye. I love you. You will find a new home. Ooh, uh-oh, we've got something a little sexy. If this is my version of sexy. With this outfit, are you kidding me? I've bought a lot of these like little, you know, night cover-ups where I'm like, oh, I could like walk around the house all cute with my little, what the fuck is this called? I don't know. It's cheap and purple and whatever, but again, I'm like, I've got to give her life. I've got to give her a reason to be, and it can't be buried at the bottom of my dresser any longer. I need like a cute little like lingerie nightwear part of my closet so that I actually see it and wear it once in a while. And one of my oldest tank tops from Forever 21, definitely have owned this since I was like 17, and it's literally the most basic worn out gray tank top. Again, it's so old and so lifeless that I don't feel like donating it because I'm like, who would want this? This is insulting. But I don't wear it. So either I will donate it. It is still wearable. It's just, it was cheap to begin with and now it's so old. Whatever. Okay, we've got an empty drawer. That's lovely. Now we're moving into other stuff. I have some purses. You'll see this. This is a new thread up purchase. My whole freaking outfit is thread up, baby. Anyway, this purse, I love crossbody bags. That's pretty much all I wear. I'll show you some other purses. This is a great color, green. I like buying all my purses secondhand. I'm a little bit scared that these have these like quick little clasps because I feel like somebody could just steal my purse so easily. So I'm gonna have to hold it close. But this is new and I'm excited for our next chapter together. I like to get them big enough to where I can fit usually like a little notebook or something. This one's a little smaller than my usual, but I like it. So cheers to new beginnings. Speaking of, okay, this is my oldest. You've probably recognized this if you follow me on Instagram for years. This green purse was gifted to me by my ex's mom, which was actually from her mom. So this is from my ex's grandma. And I was like, hell yeah, give me that green crossbody bag, baby. I literally wore this for years, all through, I'd say 2015, 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018, 29. I mean, literally, it's so worn out, you can see. And especially like the strap, she has been worn. But that makes me really happy because like this purse got so much love and this purse has traveled the world. It made me sad when I had to buy a new purse, but I realized like, yeah, this one's getting old. So like, do we get rid of it? Do we throw it away? It's pretty beat up. Then there are other crossbody bags that were mistakes. Again, bought secondhand, thought that I needed it. This one's red. I thought, oh, it's different. It's more of a messenger flappy bag. But I've never really worn this, maybe a few times. I don't like the way that it's, I was gonna say formatted. I don't like the shape of it. I don't like the flaps. I don't like the word flap, definitely not. Au revoir, donate. Back into the secondhand world you go. My repeated mistakes are evident. Another crossbody bag in a different color. This one's brown. This one has kind of a cool little flower clasp, but it's actually very annoying when like using the purse, which makes me not want to use it. But I just don't really like the like shape of the bag. It's a little too round and like not big enough to fit my planners exactly. So like, what's the point? I'm gonna have to clean all these out because they definitely have like receipts and panty liners, tampons, old gum, the usual. What's in my bag? A Band-Aid, a very old IKEA receipt. Wow, the memories. We're donating her. This bag I definitely bought at a Buffalo Exchange, which apparently is my kryptonite because I buy so many things I don't need at Buffalo Exchange. I don't have any other bags like this, and I thought, ooh, that's cute, look at this. Imagine me wearing this, walking down the street, journal in here. But I've never used it. So that makes me think, probably never gonna use it. Or maybe, I mean, I've used it like a handful of times. I took it to school once. This is a Bernie thing, so I must have used it when I was canvassing or something, but I don't use her enough. We've gotta get rid of her. Love you, bye. Then we've got this backpack, which was gifted to me by my sister, because I think she either has the same one or something similar. It's a Victoria's Secret bag, cute. I like these kind of little backpacks, but I also never actually use them. Therefore, why do I own it? I already have my green backpack that I love. Hold on one second. Thank you for holding. This is my favorite backpack. I've had it since about 2016. Love it so much. Bought it secondhand, of course. And this is the, like, look at these earth tones. Earth tones only. I'm serious. Earth tones only, nothing else. So like in comparison, this just isn't me. Like my sister likes these like fringy bits a little more, but it's not my vibe. And I think we shall sell or donate. Goodbye. So those are a lot of my bags, which were all pretty much on my coat rack behind the camera. So That's good. We've gone through it. We're clearing things out, baby. Now we've got my pants, skirts, etc. Last drawer. This is a new skirt from thredUP, secondhand. I think I need to re-sew some of these buttons on, but it's cute and I don't own anything like it. And I need to wear it with some tights and some little booties or something. Then, ooh, an Aritzia purchase that I do not regret. This skirt is incredible. I love how it fits. It's really stretchy, comfy, breezy. It's like a midi length on me, but most importantly, it does not wrinkle. And for me, wrinkle queen, somebody who does not iron or do anything, I just live with my wrinkliness, it doesn't wrinkle. So I can crinkle it and leave it in a pile and it just stays perfect. This is a blessing. Thank you, God. And I don't own anything animal, I was gonna say, I don't own anything animal print. I didn't own anything animal print until this skirt and now these pants. Maybe I'm a new woman. Maybe there's something to this. Then we've got these Madewell wide leg pants. Oh, this top is Madewell also. I was gonna say, this makes me look like I'm ready for a safari or to like work at a zoo. I don't want to work at a zoo. I don't know if I love these pants. They're the only pants I own that are this color and this wide-legged, but do I like them that much? I feel like I should sell them, you know? Now we're getting into some jeans. These are a classic pair of, you know, hardy blue jeans with a bunch of buttons. These have been fixed by someone, sewn to be tightened at the waist, which I like. And they're like a baggy mom jean. Love these. Then we've got lots of new jeans, again from thredUP. I'm sorry. This video is not sponsored by them, but hello, they've really revitalized my wardrobe in the past week due to this order. These are BDG jeans, which is one of my favorite brands. You will see why. But these are just like a standard girlfriend high-rise cropped. And I like the color. They fit me really well. Because I have a lot of like baggy jeans, but those ones are a little more form-fitting, which I like. And so I was inspired by these jeans, which are other BDG jeans that I've owned since that Barcelona trip in 2017. Yes, how did you know? As I said, I didn't pack well for that trip, so I had to buy stuff. Like I didn't have good pants. And so I bought new pants there. And these jeans I have worn since 2017. They've been like one of my top 2 pairs of pants, and I have faded them a lot. They used to be kind of that other color, and now they're like a very light wash. I still really like them. They make my butt look nice, but I just wanted a little variety, so I bought more pants. There's another pair that I bought on that same trip in 2017, another BDG pair. These are the Pine jeans. They're like a very like cigarette skinny type of jean, and they're very high rise. The frickin', well, like the zipper doesn't look that long, but like the whole crotch to top is very long, and especially on me because I'm short. And these have been so faded, as you can see. I just learned about like jean dye, so I think I'm gonna dye these like black again and see if I can get them back to their usual black jean color. These have a little rip in the knee, and I love them. Again, like these 2 pairs of jeans, I lucked out. I bought them and they have been so consistent and great, and even after years of wear, stretching them out, washing them a million times, they are faded, but they still fit pretty well. I've literally scoured all the resale websites to try to find these exact jeans because I love them so much, and I couldn't find any anywhere, especially because I bought those in Spain. It's hard to find the same things in the US, and now they're not sold on the website anymore. I actually did find a similar pair on Poshmark recently, and these are a darker wash. And the previous owner, I guess, ripped the pants a little bit and put on this little patch, and I thought that was cute. And I thought these were gonna fit the exact same as these light wash ones, but they don't, unfortunately. These are the Axel jean, and they just don't fit the same, even though they say that they're the same size. So I don't know what happened. These ones are definitely a baggier fit on me, which was not what I was looking for. So I don't know, maybe I should resell these because They don't do what I need, but it's cute because I bought this and another top from the seller, and then I got the note from her with the package, and she said that she watches me on YouTube. So hello, thank you for selling me your stuff. I'm sorry that it might need to be resold, but thank you for the note. It was very sweet. Okay, continuing. More new pants. These are a thread-up purchase. Levi's. They've got this, you know, old school kind of button pocket on the back. This is definitely a dark wash. I don't really have any jeans like this. These are the perfectly slimming bootcut 512 jeans. I also don't have any bootcut jeans, so I was kind of excited by that. These fit my butt really well. They fit my waist, which is great. I did realize after wearing them a bit that they're like a little bit loose in the leg, so I'm gonna try to see if I can either get them professionally altered or if I can learn how to sew them myself. I have a sewing machine right here. I just don't have the skills or the practice yet. But I think I can make these a more perfect pair, but I'm excited to invite them to my wardrobe. Another one. These are from thredUP, Paige jeans. I had a pair of Paige jeans when I was in like 7th grade. I went with my friend to these Palm Springs outlets, and I was really excited to shop at all the fancy outlet stores. And I bought these Paige jeans that, even at the time, were a little too tight and way too long. So I don't know if I like rolled them or just left them like bunched up around my ankles. But I, for some reason after that, like loved Paige jeans. And so this kind of let me relive that, except in a redeemed way, because these are awesome pants. They're a light wash with these like white stripes, and I think they're very cool, obviously because I got them secondhand. They were a good price, and they fit me really well. So I'm gonna be wearing some funky pants now. You can't stop me. I'm a new woman. It's a new era. Then we've got these Topshop jeans, Topshop Moto jeans that I got at Buffalo Exchange a couple years ago. Hello. These jeans are so cool. I remember being so excited when I found them. They're a very wide leg, short, cropped pant with also these stripes down the side. And I just love them. And I actually wear these pretty often. It's crazy to feel like you wear the same pants all the time, and then you look at this stack of like 12 pairs and you're like, that's a lot of jeans, you know? But most of these are, half of these are new. So this jean surplus is a recent phenomenon. Then I've got one more pair of thrifted, I think I took these from my sister. These are some Faded Glory stretch jeans. They are so great, they fit great on the waist, and then they're pretty baggy through the rest of the pants. I could also use that black denim dye to really freshen these up again, but I like them. Okay, come on, I want this to be the end. Lastly, out of my full-length jeans, we just have this pair from Gap, which I bought in the last year or so. And even at the time, they were a little too big, but for some reason I still bought them, just thinking that no pants would ever fit me, so might as well just buy them. And so I will be getting rid of these because they do not fit me well, and I do not need them. Finally, we've got the last few tings. These shorts, these are from TRF. Turf? Ew. No, they must be from, I don't know, Zara? I don't recall. I bought these a few summers ago for camp. They're like a long mom shorts 90s type of look, and I wear them every summer with all my tucked in little tops, and I feel like a camp counselor, even though I don't work at the camp anymore. So that's cute. Okay, why do I have bathing suits in here? I have these bathing suits, tops. I don't think I even like these. Literally, bathing suits do not exist to me anymore. I live in New York. What am I gonna do, swim in the ocean? No, thank you. We've got my one pair of girlfriend leggings, which are super, super high rise. If anything, I'd say too high rise, which is something you would not hear me say often, but like, these go up to like almost below my boobs. Incredible. They're very comfy though, so I will keep them. Got my standard lounge pants. Nathan has a pretty similar pair, so we like to match. These are our just chilling on the couch, watching Netflix. We're so special, we're so different. Anyway, oh, this matches the other top. And these are some very high-waisted bikini bottoms that I think I didn't like because they were too high-waisted. So, bye. I like the checker though, that's cute. Speaking of, some other great pajama pants. Again, probably a grandma's Christmas pajama gift. Keep. I love my pajama pants, especially in quarantine. I wear them every day. These are some old, like, business wear pants with a lot of shit stuck to them. I bought these in my, like, I want to wear business wear phase, which, still true. But I don't think they fit me well. Goodbye. We've got a little pair of Gap workout leggings. Why is it so hard for me to say that? These shorts that definitely don't fit me well and also have this little mud logo handprint on the back. Like, why do I have these? Why did I keep these? So many questions. I have some boob padding. Love that. Tiny little shorts from Forever 21 that I've, again, probably owned since I was 10. No, probably like 13. Why do I own these? I don't need you anymore. You're too small. We've got some shorts that I think are Brandy Melville also. These were from my friend. She passed them along to me. They're like these very like high waist. I've never worn these in public because like they're very flowy and they'd show your whole ass. But I do wear them as like comfy shorts at home. So do I keep? Sure. Then we've got another pair of business wear that I should not have bought. These are interesting. They have like a stretchy back band and like I wanted some plaid pants. This is something I still need, really just want. I want a good pair of solid plaid pants, but these do not fit well and I don't need them anymore. Last thing, everybody, this is very underwhelming, a skirt. Brandy Melville. Can we stop? If I had like a bingo card for these closet cleanouts, it would just be like shocked and surprised every time I pull out a Brandy Melville item. This might still fit, maybe, but I really don't think I've ever worn it. We shall sell. Wow, okay, that's my closet cleanout. I think I'm done. I'm so tired. You guys have now seen pretty much every item of clothing that I own, so hope you enjoyed it. I'm exhausted. There's too much stuff. Now I have to pack it all up. Okay. Thank you for watching. Okay, thanks, bye. Almost want to go backwards. Okay, thanks, bye.